So, Leute, was ich mache, was ich nicht mache. Oh. Cool.
Ist okay.
Entschuldigung.
Jetzt mal auf 2.
Falsches Spiel gestartet.
Ja.
Marco, bist du schon im Chat? Marco? Marco? Marco!
Die Maus fällt hier runter.
Ja, weil das Ding so ist. Ey, das ist Spezies abgesehen 2.
Ja. Du kannst ja auf Instant Action gehen und mal gucken, was du da auswählen kannst. Jetzt gucken wir auf Random. Okay, ja. Das ist ja auch Spezies 8472, das ist sehr interessant.
Das ist easy mit dem Hardware. So, Leute. Mach das Tutorial. Marco? Digga, ey,
My name is Lieutenant Commander Carey from Starfleet Academy. I will be your instructor. You will now undergo a brief orientation. To zoom your view in or out, simply use the scroll button on your mouse.
Hi, Marco.
You can select an object either by left-clicking or by dragging a selection box around the object. Please select the Enterprise. Please press the Enter key to continue. Since combat occurs in full 3D, you can send your ships to different heights, either above or below the zero grid. Holding down the Shift key allows you to change the target destination height. Please, try this now.
Mr. LaForge, reroute all auxiliary power to the engines. Mr. LaForge, reroute all auxiliary power to the engines. Mr. LaForge, reroute all auxiliary power to the engines. Make it so. Engage. Mr. LaForge, reroute all auxiliary power
Once
to
you
the
have
engines.
chosen a new destination height, this will become the default height when you move any additional ships. To reset the height, simply use the Shift key again and choose the zero grid as your new destination.
Mr. LaForge,
There
reroute
are
all
several
auxiliary
ways to
power to
give
the
orders
engines.
to a ship or station. First, you can right-click in space or on an object, and the ship or station will execute its default order for that situation. Select the Enterprise and right-click in space just below the starbase next to the Akira-class vessel, and the Enterprise will execute its move order.
Lay in a new course. Engage. Mr. LaForge, reroute all auxiliary power to the engines. Make it so. Engage. Make it so. Engage. Make it so. Lay in a new course. Lay in a new course. Mr. LaForge, reroute all auxiliary power to the engines.
Additionally, you have the ability to send your ships at warp speed, which is much faster than impulse speed. By default, right-clicking on the main view sends your ships at impulse speed, and right-clicking on the mini-map moves your ships at warp speed. Holding down the Alt key while issuing a move click gives you warp speed in the main view and impulse speed on the mini-map. Experiment with this now. Note that some
Marco,
ships,
bist du so
such
einem
as construction
Stream
ships,
drinne?
cannot travel at
Marco.
warp speed. Another method of giving orders is by using the command palette. Select the Enterprise, press the Transport button on the command palette, and then left-click on the Akira-class vessel just below the starbase. The Enterprise will now transport an away team to that vessel.
Energize.
One of the buttons in the command palette allows you to access less frequently used commands. To access these commands, simply select a ship, such as the Enterprise, and press the Orders button in the command palette. Some ships and stations are capable of building other ships and stations. If you have a game object selected, there may be a build button you can press to access the selected ship or station's build palette. Select the starbase, press the build button, and tell the starbase to build a freighter.
Starship construction commencing. Starship construction commencing. Starship construction commencing.
If you hold your mouse over an interface item or ship for a small period of time, a short tooltip will pop up describing the item. If you continue to hold your mouse there for longer, an expanded tooltip will show up. You can change it to either always show the tooltip instantly or to show no tooltips at all. The tactical view is a new way to see and experience combat. To enter the tactical view, hit the caps lock key or click on the toggle view button at the top of the screen. Do this now.
Status report. Lay in a new course.
When you enter the tactical view, you will be focused on the nearest ship to the center of the screen. You can rotate about this ship by moving the mouse to the edge of the screen or by holding both the left and right mouse buttons and moving the mouse, or by pressing the middle mouse button and moving the mouse. To change the object of focus, Alt-click on another object. You can also left-click on the mini-map, and the closest visible object will be the focus object. You may also use the arrow keys to create a virtual focus object. You now have enough familiarity with your console to be a productive Starfleet officer. The Federation is at a pivotal crossroads in its history, and your career will have long-reaching impact on all of our futures.
Yeah, Papa.
I fully expect you will distinguish yourself with integrity and excellence. We're counting on you. With the infrastructure and means now available to build your Armada, it is important that you know how to use it. The galaxy is full of threats, those who will exploit any weakness, those who will stop at nothing in their quest for supremacy. Thorough understanding of your fleet's capabilities is the key to victory, perhaps even the key to survival. A balanced Armada will not be taken lightly by your enemies. Scout vessels for searching, frigates for fleet defense, assault ships to board and take over enemy vessels, artillery ships for long-range fire support, destroyers, cruisers and battleships for punishing attacks, special weapon ships to deliver some of the most potent technology developed, repair ships to keep the fleet healthy. When a single ship is selected, its vital statistics appear on the ship display panel at the bottom of the screen. This display monitors hull and shield strength, crew levels, and the important ship systems, including weapons, shields, engines, life support, and sensors. A ship operates most efficiently when all of its systems are 100% operational. If even a single system is damaged or disabled, it could severely impair the ship's ability to function. A detailed explanation of what each system does can be found in the user's manual. Select the Defiant-class destroyer and examine the ship display at the lower center of the screen. Press the Enter key when you are ready to continue. Take another look at the Defiant-class destroyer. As you can see, we have disabled 3 of its systems. With sensors down, the range in which it can detect other vessels is drastically reduced. Additionally, the ship will be unable to move until its engines are repaired. And while the life support is down, the ship will sustain crew casualties. If the crew level drops too low, the ship will become derelict. Press the Enter key when you are ready to continue. While damaged ships usually have the option of returning to a shipyard for repairs, some may not be able to make the long trip, and others might become derelict due to crew casualties. Possessing a repair ship gives you the ability to reach and restore those ships that would otherwise be lost. To repair the damaged Defiant-class destroyer, select the nearby repair ship and click the right mouse button while the cursor is over the damaged vessel. Doing so will initiate the default action, which, in this case, is repair. When its movement and special weapons autonomy are set to high, the repair ship will locate nearby Allied vessels and automatically repair their damaged hulls. The repair ship is especially useful when it is made part of a fleet and accompanies other vessels. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson. The Aegean class is the Federation frigate. When escorting ships, it provides a special level of support through its ability to enhance the shields of nearby Allied vessels. Each race has a frigate, which also serves to support nearby allies. However, the special ability through which support is provided varies based upon the race of the frigate in question. For example, the Klingon frigate increases weapon strength, while the Romulan frigate offers cloak-enhancing capabilities. Select the frigate and move it near the damaged Defiant-class destroyer. Click the Shield Enhancer button to activate the ability and restore the destroyer's shield strength. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson.
Battle stations.
Standing by. Standing by. Standing by.
Combat vessels are particularly effective when utilizing the AI commands. Click on the AI button in the command palette. Green alert will have a ship or fleet of ships automatically flee if fired upon and not engage in combat or pursuit. Yellow alert will have them fire only if fired upon. Red alert will put the ship or fleet into an aggressive mode, firing upon and pursuing any enemy craft that comes within range. With the Defiant class destroyer selected, place the ship into yellow alert. Press Enter once you have done this. The movement autonomy buttons can be used to control the movement of your fleets. At low, a ship or fleet will remain exactly where you put it until you give it another order. Medium will allow it to pursue an enemy vessel that comes near it, and it will return to its location after hitting the edge of its specified range. High movement autonomy allows the ship to pursue an enemy that it sees until the enemy is destroyed or moves out of sensor range. With the Defiant class destroyer selected, set the ship to medium movement autonomy. Press the Enter key once you have done this. Many ships in your fleet can be equipped with special weapons after the technology is researched at your research or science stations. These weapons are powerful enough to turn the tide in many battles, but they have a limited supply of special energy and must be used wisely. When ships are attacking an enemy, you can set the degree to which they will be allowed to use their special weapons with the Special Weapon Autonomy buttons. No special weapon autonomy will allow the ships to use only conventional weapons when attacking an enemy. Medium will let them use their special weapons until the special weapon's energy falls below 50%. High will allow them to use their special weapons even if it uses up their special weapon's energy. With the Defiant class destroyer selected, set the ship's special weapons autonomy to high. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson.
Standing by.
A ship's phaser banks and photon torpedoes can deliver extensive damage to the enemy. Select this Akira-class cruiser and move the cursor over the nearest Cardassian ship on the left. While positioned over the enemy ship, clicking the right mouse button will initiate the default action, which is to attack. You may also use the Attack button found in the Orders menu on the command palette. With the Akira-class cruiser selected, issue an attack order on the Cardassian ship. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson.
Helm, new course heading. Bring us into weapons range. All sections stand by. Armed and ready. Bring us into weapons range.
While the Akira-class cruiser is selected, take a look at the command palette. There you'll see the button for the chain reaction pulsar, the Akira's special weapon. When ready, move the ship north until at least one of the 3 Cardassian vessels positioned there comes within sensor range. Pressing the chain reaction pulsar button when there are enemies nearby will fire the weapon towards the nearest enemy ship. From there, it will bounce to the next one in line, damaging each along the way. Launch the special attack on the Cardassians. Press the Enter key when you are ready to move on. Selecting and controlling groups of ships is of key importance, both in battle and in defending your bases. Grouping your ships into fleets is the most effective way of doing this. When a fleet is selected, you can issue a single order and have it carried out by all the ships in that fleet. A fleet can be comprised of up to 16 individual ships, and each ship can only belong to one fleet at a time. Shipyards can be linked to a fleet, and each ship that it produces will automatically join the fleet until the maximum of 16 ships is reached. There can be up to 10 different fleets designated at one time. Scroll to the left, and you'll see a collection of Akira, Steamrunner, and Sovereign-class ships. Select them all, either by dragging a selection box around the whole group or holding down the Shift key and selecting them individually. Once you have them selected, hold down the Control key and press the number 1 key. This will assign the ships to Fleet number 1. Anytime you want to use this fleet, press the 1 key and the fleet will be yours to command. Pressing the key twice rapidly will automatically move the camera to the fleet's position. Press the Enter key when you are ready to continue. At times, you may wish to remove a ship from a particular fleet. To do this, select the object in question and while holding down the Control key, press the minus key. Select the Sovereign-class vessel in Fleet number 1 and remove it from the fleet. The next time you select the fleet, the Sovereign class will not be selected.
Armed and ready.
Standing by. Standing by.
Status report.
Give the word.
All sections stand by.
Awaiting orders.
Armed and ready.
Marco? Was ist der Minus-Dings? Der Minus-Key? Ja.
Standing by.
All sections stand by.
Give the word. Awaiting orders.
Armed and ready.
Standing by.
Armed and ready.
If you want to add a ship to a fleet, select it, hold down both the Control and Shift keys, and then press the number of the fleet you want it to join. Return the Sovereign-class battleship to Fleet 1. The use of formations can enhance the effectiveness of a fleet. There are offensive and defensive formations, available through the Formations menu button on the command palette. Try putting Fleet 1 into the X formation. To do so, select the fleet and click on the Formations menu button. Now, locate the X formation button and click on it. You'll see the ships arrange themselves into formation. As you issue orders to the fleet, it will remain in formation. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson. With the ability to create fleets, your Armada becomes an effective and precise military force. With the fleet selected, move them to the other side of the planet by scrolling the view to the left and clicking the right mouse button where you want them to go. To the left of the planet, you'll see another group of Federation vessels. Select these new ships and assign them to Fleet Number 2. Remember, just select them all, hold down the control key, and press the number 2. Now let's practice some fleet combat. To the north, you will find a small Borg base. Have Fleet 1 attack the Borg ships and Fleet 2 attack the stations. To issue the orders, select each fleet by pressing the number associated with it and clicking the right mouse button over an enemy you wish to attack or a location you'd like them to move to. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson. While you have a fleet selected, you may still use the special weapons belonging to the individual ships within it. Available special weapons will appear in the command palette. Clicking on these will bring the force of the special weapons into the attack. Try this using Fleet 1. Move the fleet north until you encounter a group of Romulan vessels. When you are within range, click on the Chain Reaction Pulsar button and the Akira-class vessels in the fleet will launch their attacks. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson.
Enemy engaged.
Fire, full bursts. All hands to battle stations.
Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Ready and able.
Bring us into weapons range.
Occasionally, you will come across planets that have been colonized by the enemy. Depending on the race that you are using, there may be a number of different things you can do to claim the planet as your own. The Federation and her allies prefer to use assault ships and send down troops to take out military installations without causing civilian casualties. But the more aggressive races prefer to bombard the planet from space until the entire population is eliminated. Both methods have their own advantages and disadvantages. You will now learn how to use the assault ship to take over a planet. Select the nearby Iwo Jima-class vessels and press the transport button on the command palette. Then, left-click while the cursor is positioned over the planet. This will initiate the ground assault. Once you have overpowered the Romulan garrison, the planet will be yours. It is necessary to disable any planetary shields before commencing. Any ship with offensive capabilities can attack and destroy a planetary shield, but only battleships have the firepower to bombard a planet from orbit. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson.
All sections stand by. All sections stand by. Status report.
Enemy engaged.
All sections stand by. Fire all weapons. Alter course. Understood. Alert the crew. All sections stand by.
Awaiting orders.
All sections stand by.
Indirectly related to combat, this last lesson will cover the various types of nebulas and objects found throughout space. A full understanding of the effect a particular nebula could have on your fleet could mean the difference in a tightly pitched battle. To the north, you will find a number of different types of nebulas. These gaseous areas of space may be used for strategic purposes, but only if you know how to use them. With one ship selected at a time, send it into a nebula and examine its status in the ship display panel. The yellow radioactive nebulas are lethal to most races, and while a ship is within its cloud, its crew will be killed at a steady rate, regardless of the ship's status. The green metaphasic nebulas have a unique property that will strip away the negative effects that an enemy's special weapon may have applied to your ship. Additionally, these nebulas have healing properties that will increase shield recharge rates. The blue Cerulean Nebula can be a haven from enemy threats if used properly. Shields and weapons, both special and otherwise, do not work while in this nebula. The purple Mutara Nebula will slow down any ship passing through and will disable shields and sensors. Extreme caution should be used around them, as they can be used against you in an ambush. The red Metreon nebulas are quite dangerous, as they shoot out volatile electric currents and slow the movement of ships. They will break down shields and eventually tear through a ship's hull. Within one patch of Metreon nebulas, you will notice a black hole. As your ships approach it, the nebula may damage the ship's engines. If an incapacitated ship is caught in the gravity well of the black hole, it will be pulled in and crushed. Asteroids are impassable walls of floating rocks. To reach the other side of an asteroid field, you must first successfully find a path around it. There is no way to move above or below the wall. This covers most of the objects that you will find throughout the galaxy. Move around and explore the map. Press the Enter key when you are ready to continue.
Congratulations! You now have the training necessary to make the most of your Armada. You are on your way to becoming an experienced Starfleet commander. Good luck. The Romulans are an offshoot of the Vulcan people, having left the planet Vulcan over 2,000 years ago to relocate on the twin planets of Romulus and Remus. This exodus was in rebellion against the dogmatic Vulcan philosophy of logic and pacifism prevalent in Vulcan society at the time. The governing body of the Romulan Empire is the Romulan Senate, and their leader is known as the Praetor. The Romulans are a passionate and aggressive people known for their stealth and cunning in combat. They have a large military presence in the Alpha Quadrant and have been involved in wars with both the United Federation of Planets and the Klingon Empire.
The support for the Romulan Armada and infrastructure lies in their non-combat vessels. Here you see their mining freighter, construction ship, cargo ship, repair ship, and colony ship. The construction ship, mining freighter, cargo ship, and repair ship are constructed at the starbase. The colony ship is constructed at the shipyard. The only Romulan non-combat vessels capable of warp travel are the colony ship and repair ship. Familiarize yourself with them and hit enter when you're ready to move on. The colony ship is used by the Romulans to colonize new worlds and is large enough to carry enough colonists and supplies to start a fledgling colony. Select the colony ship and move it next to the planet located in the lower left-hand corner of your map. With the colony ship still selected, right-click on the planet to begin colonization. You can also use the Colonize button on the command palette. Press Enter once you have colonized the planet.
Proceed. Proceed. It shall be done. Orders received. Another
War das wieder ein
prize
Bot,
for the
Marco?
Empire.
Marco? Marco? Hi Marco.
We are prepared.
We have successfully colonized.
The repair ship provides mobile repair capabilities to both ships and stations. Select the repair ship and move it north of the planet you just colonized, next to the starbase. With the repair ship still selected, right-click on the starbase to begin repair operations. This is the same procedure used to repair ships. You can also use the Recrew button on the starbase's command palette to replace any lost crew. Once the operation is complete and the starbase has been repaired and recrewed, press Enter.
Okay, Marco, also geht's jetzt wieder, ne? Gut. War das wieder ein Bot, Marco?
Now scroll over to the right. You'll find the combat ships of the Star Empire. The group on top are all built by the shipyard, which you can see just above them. Please press the Enter key to continue. The Talon-class scout is the eyes and ears of the Romulan Armada. Its superior speed and maneuverability allows it to recon an area of space before the fleet moves in, and it's armed with a single forward-firing plasma cannon. Talon-class ships can have their sensor arrays modified to use a tachyon detection grid, allowing them to detect cloaked ships within their sensor range. The Shrike class has a cloaking device that allows Tal Shiar operatives to conduct covert operations in unsanctioned areas of space. Shrike class vessels are equipped with 2 forward-firing plasma cannons and can be modified to carry a Romulan spy on board. With unique transporters, it can transfer the spy onto enemy vessels without lowering its shields or decloaking. If successfully transported, the Romulan spy accesses the enemy's sensors, giving you line of sight on a targeted enemy ship or station. If the Romulan spy is able to board an enemy starbase, it can access the opponent's entire communications network, allowing full line of sight on all enemy vessels and stations.
The Raptor is equipped with the same tri-cobalt torpedoes as the Federation Steamrunner. Raptors can also be outfitted with a myotronic inhibitor. This torpedo temporarily disables the weapon system of an enemy vessel, rendering them ineffective in combat.
The Griffin was designed to complement the Romulan fleet by confusing and disabling the enemy. All Griffins are armed with powerful phasers and can also be outfitted with a sensor jammer. The sensor jammer unleashes a subspace wave that disables all enemy sensors in its wake.
One of the latest additions to the Romulan fleet, the Draconarius, is a sleek and deadly attack cruiser, capable of inflicting punishing damage.
The Kestrel-class assault ship is designed to transport Centurion assault troops across the reaches of space. The Centurions are specially trained to perform quick and efficient boarding actions, seizing control of enemy vessels and bases in record time.
Select the Kestrel-class assault ship and move it south of the planet in the lower left-hand corner of your map. With the assault ship still selected, click on the Transport Attack button in the command palette and target the Klingon shipyard. This will commence an aggressive boarding action, and soon the shipyard will belong to you. Once you have taken over the shipyard, press Enter.
Disable their shields. Destroy them!
Scroll down and you will see the advanced shipyard, and below that are the vessels constructed there. Please press the Enter key to continue. The Romulan Warbird is the flagship of the Romulan fleet. Its combination of offensive strength, maneuverability, and stealth make the Warbird a deadly predator and an invaluable asset to the Romulan fleet. The Warbird can be modified to fire a shield inversion beam. This beam drains an enemy's shields and transfers that shield strength to the Warbirds.
The Venator is a relatively new Romulan ship design, intended to complement the mighty Warbird in combat. While the Venator is slightly smaller than the Warbird, it still packs a very powerful punch. The Valise is a protector of the Romulan fleet. Equipped with standard weapons, Valise-class vessels can be upgraded to use a cloak enhancer. When activated, this device cloaks nearby friendly ships and allows them to perform actions that they could not otherwise perform while cloaked, including the use of their weapons.
The technology on board the Shadow is highly classified. Even members of the Romulan Senate are not officially aware of its existence. The Shadow comes equipped with phasers, but can also be refitted with 4 experimental technologies. When outfitted with a hollow emitter, a projection manipulates enemy sensors by reversing their warp signatures and appearance. Affected ships inadvertently target their allies. The Shadow's deflector dish can also be rigged to emit a subspace blast of radiation, known as the psionic blast. This causes an enemy's crew to temporarily go insane, killing members of their own crew. A modification to the inversion beam, an energy shield converter, can redistribute the Shadow's energy into shield energy, then transfer it to an allied ship. The Shadow can also be adapted to phase cloak. When activated, the interphase generator on board phases the ship's molecular structure, allowing it to move unseen through physical objects. Scroll further down and you'll see the Phoenix facility, which constructs the Phoenix-class vessel. Please press the Enter key to continue.
The Phoenix was originally developed by the Star Empire as a weapon of last resort, should the Romulan Empire fall to invaders. Being a unique vessel, it requires a special shipyard for its construction. When the Phoenix activates its only weapon, it creates an expanding tear in the space-time continuum that does massive damage to any ship or station within its range. The Phoenix ship and its crew are destroyed in the resulting explosion. Here are the Romulan stations: the Starbase, Mining Station, Orbital Processing Facility, Plasma Cannon, Spy Satellite, Trading Station, and Torpedo Turret are all vital elements of creating a strong base. The Romulan Covert Ops Facility allows you to upgrade the Talon, Shrike,
Raptor, Griffin, and Warbird class, each with their own special weapon. The research button in the command menu will allow you to research a weapon. When each new ship's technology is researched, a new pod is built onto the covert ops facility. Though they are attached to the facility, each pod has its own shields and can be targeted independently from the main structure. If the covert ops facility is destroyed, all pods on the facility are destroyed with it. You must possess a starbase in order to build a covert ops facility. A covert ops facility can build the following pods: Tachyon Detection Grid for the Talon class, Romulan Spy for the Shrike class, Myotronic Inhibitor for the Raptor class, Sensor Jammer for the Griffin class, Shield Inversion Beam for the Warbird class.
The Tal Shiar facility, built by the secret Romulan intelligence agency, enables you to modify the Valise and Shadow class vessels. The pods act like those of the Covert Ops facility. You must possess a starbase and a Covert Ops facility in order to build a Tal Shiar facility. Once this facility is constructed, Shadow class vessels can be built. The facility can build the following pods: Cloak Enhancer for the Valise class, Holo Emitter, Psionic Blast, Energy Shield Converter, and the Phase Cloak for the Shadow class. The Star Empire Research Institute is the Romulan Center for Research and Upgrades on shipboard systems. There are 5 separate ship systems that can be researched and upgraded at the Institute: weapons, shields, sensors, engines, and life support. The systems can be upgraded up to 2 times. Though attached to the Institute, each pod has its own shields and can be targeted independently from the main structure. If the Star Empire Research Institute is destroyed, all pods on the Institute are destroyed with it. You must possess a Covert Ops facility and a Tal Shiar facility in order to build a Star Empire Research Institute. In the upper right-hand corner of the map, you will find a small Cardassian outpost. Use the combat vessels of the Romulan Star Empire and destroy it. Use the ships individually and in groups to fully explore their usage. Experiment with special weapons. When you are ready to move on, press Enter. Please note that pressing Enter will remove all Cardassian forces from the map.
Affirmative. My life for the Empire.
Self-destruct initiated. Self-destruct cancelled.
'Tis more brave to live than to die. My life for the Empire. How may I serve?
My life for the Empire.
Oh, very well. Now for the field test. Attack!
Affirmative.
Just a bit further.
We have engaged the enemy.
Congratulations. You now have enough knowledge of the Romulan Star Empire's Armada to become a formidable opponent in any battle. The Cardassian Union is a powerful alliance of worlds with the planet Cardassia at its heart. Lacking natural resources, the Cardassians developed a ruthless desire to gather and expand. After many years of hostilities towards the Federation, the ruling body of the Cardassian government, the Datapa Council, begrudgingly signed the Federation Cardassian Treaty of 2370. Soon afterwards, an invasion by the Klingon Empire, who suspected the Datapa Council had been compromised by agents of the Dominion, left the Cardassian government angered and humiliated. Rumors have surfaced that Cardassian military scientists have been called back to Cardassia.
The starbase is the heart of the Cardassian technology. The starbase can build freighters, cargo ships, and construction ships. The freighter collects dilithium from dilithium moons and returns it to the mining stations for refining. It also collects latinum and returns it to the starbase for processing. The cargo ship travels from trading station to trading station and generates latinum with each stop. It can dock at your trading station or those of your allies. It can also carry dilithium, latinum, and metal to allies. The construction ship creates all of the Cardassian stations: starbase, shipyards, research stations, turrets, and mining stations. Click on the construction ship and select the Build button and build a shipyard. When the shipyard is complete, hit the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
Construction cancelled. Stop at this location. Following orders. Beginning station construction. Station complete.
The shipyard builds the basic Cardassian combat ships. The Hideki, Rassilak, Sartan, Brinnock, Gulvestan, Legate, and Janissary-class combat ships, as well as the colony ship. Build a Hideki-class scout at the shipyard. When it is complete, hit Enter to continue.
Ship construction.
The Hideki-class scout primarily serves in a patrol capacity with the Cardassian fleet, capitalizing on its superior speed and agility. The Hideki is equipped with a cloaking device. Hideki-class ships can have their sensor arrays modified to use a tachyon detection grid, allowing them to detect cloaked ships within their sensor range. Move the Hideki to the north of the planet and have it observe the cloaked Romulan ships patrolling nearby. Hit Enter when you're ready to continue.
Affirmative.
Attacking the enemy.
Recently introduced into the Cardassian fleet, the Janissary-class assault ship carries Cardassian Marines. The Janissary excels at all manner of boarding actions and is also equipped with a tractor beam for towing derelict ships. Move the Janissary to the derelict enemy ship east of the planet and tow it back to the starbase. When complete, hit the Enter key.
That is not possible. That is not possible.
Command acknowledged. Increasing engine output.
Attacking the enemy.
Adjusting course. Changing heading. Command acknowledged. Changing heading.
The Galveston is a class of ship used extensively in espionage-related activities. To this end, it is equipped with a cloaking device allowing it to penetrate enemy lines undetected. Galveston ships outfitted with the Flux Wave special weapon can create a wave that emanates out from the ship, sending enemy ships spinning around out of control for a short duration. Attack the enemy ships patrolling north of the planet with the Flux Wave special weapon. When complete, hit the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
Attacking the enemy.
Lock on target and fire. Armed and ready. Armed and ready. Bring us about. Affirmative. Affirmative. Armed and ready. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
The Legate-class cruiser is equipped with powerful plasma torpedoes, providing the ship with long-range bombardment capabilities. Fleets containing the Legate-class vessels gain the benefits of its extended offensive range. Destroy the enemy turret east of the planet with the Legate-class cruisers. When complete, hit the Enter key.
Armed and ready. Armed and ready. Moving. Bring us about.
Attacking the enemy.
Greenock-class ships are long-range patrol cruisers equipped with cloaking devices. Greenock-class ships can be adapted to launch a number of remote, piloted drones at a target that are extremely difficult to evade. Once launched, the drones require no further guidance from the player and will move towards their target at high speed. Attack the enemy mining station east of the planet with drones. When complete, hit the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
Confirmed.
Wird das jetzt einfach abgebaut?
The Rassilak class has limited armor and weaponry, but instead relies on its speed and maneuverability to penetrate enemy lines. When equipped with the Microorganisms special weapon, it can deliver a host of microorganisms that will eat through a ship's hull. Attack the enemy ships patrolling north of the planet with microorganisms. When complete, hit the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
Weapons.
Fire.
Engage engines. That is not possible. That is not possible.
The advanced shipyard can build the Galore, Keldon, Vasad, and Kulinor class ships. Build a Vasad class frigate at the advanced shipyard. Hit enter when complete.
Beginning ship construction.
Introduced to safeguard the Cardassian fleets in combat, the Vasad can be adapted to scramble enemy sensors, making targeting ships that surround the frigate more difficult. Escort the dilithium freighters past the enemy ships near the planet while using the sensor scrambler. When complete, hit the enter key to advance to the next lesson.
Attacking the enemy.
We shall win the day. Lead us. Blast them.
Recently introduced by secretive military engineers, the Kulinor is the jewel of the Cardassian fleet. The new technologies it can be outfitted with make it a devastating, multi-purpose vessel. The Kulinor's primary weapon is the plasma cannon. Designed for planetary bombardment, it launches a super-dense projectile at a planet's surface. The only valid target for a plasma cannon is a planet. Attack the enemy planet with the plasma cannon. When complete, hit the enter key to advance to the next lesson.
That is not possible.
Awaiting your command.
If equipped with the Quantum Singularity Effect special weapon, the Kulinor can open a gate to fluidic space and bring forth a Species 8472 ship. The Species 8472 ship gated in will then attack the nearest ship, even if this ship is the Kulinor class that opened the gate. Place a gate near the enemy mining station east of the planet. You can travel to the mining station faster by using the Impulse Engine Boost technology, which gives the Kulinor a temporary speed boost. When complete, hit the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
Get us there. Increase engine power. They will not survive. Yes? Awaiting your command.
Attacking the enemy.
Let's go.
If equipped with the Shield Harmonics Disruptor technology, the Kulinor can lower the shields of an enemy ship for as long as the special energy permits. Attack the enemy ships patrolling near the planet with the Shield Harmonics Disruptor. When complete, hit the Enter key.
Let's go. Let's go. Ship is at the ready.
The Keldon class are the new flagship of the Cardassian fleet. Although it uses the same basic hull design as the Galore, the Keldon is equipped with more powerful phasers and plasma banks. The Cardassians have equipped the Keldon class with a cloaking device and the plasma bank overload weapon. which delivers a powerfully destructive barrage of plasma energy to its target. Target the enemy ships patrolling north of the planet with plasma bank overload. When complete, hit the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
Attack that target. We are prepared.
The Cardassian Advanced Robotics Institute research facilities have led to the development of the Dreadnought missile. Select the Advanced Robotics Institute and construct a Dreadnought missile. When complete, hit the Enter key to continue. The Cardassian superweapon, the Dreadnought missile, is an effective and powerful device. It is unmanned, and once a target is chosen and the missile hits its target, it will most certainly destroy it. The Dreadnought missile can be used to take out large stationary targets, such as starbases and defensive outposts. Attack the enemy starbase east of the planet with the Dreadnought missile. When complete, hit the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
Spatial rift detected.
The Cardassian Military Research Center allows you to upgrade the Hideki, Brinock, Galvestan, Rassilak, and Keldon-class ships, each with their own special weapon. When each new ship's technology is researched, a new pod is built onto the Military Research Center. Though they are attached to the center, each pod has its own shields and can be targeted independently from the main structure. If the Military Research Center is destroyed, all pods on the center are destroyed with it. You must possess a starbase in order to build a Military Research Center. A Military Research Center can build the following pods: Tachyon Detection Grid for the Hideki class, drones for the Brinock class, Fluxwave for the Galvestan class, microorganisms for the Rassilak class, plasma bank overload for the Keldon class. The Advanced Research Station upgrades the Kulinor class vessels. The pods work the same as with the Military Research Center. You must possess a starbase and a research facility in order to build an Advanced Research Station. Kulinor class vessels can be built without the Advanced Research Station, but their special weapons must be researched there. The Advanced Research Station can build the following pods: Impulse Engine Boost, Quantum Singularity Effect, Accelerator Cannon, and Shield Harmonics Disruptor for the Kulinor class.
There are 5 separate ship systems that can be researched and upgraded at the Ship Upgrade Center: weapons, shields, sensors, and life support. These systems can each be upgraded up to 2 times. Though they are attached to the Institute, each pod has its own shields and can be targeted independently from the main structure. If the Research Institute is destroyed, all pods on the Institute are destroyed with it. Congratulations! You now have enough knowledge of the Cardassian Union's Armada to become a formidable opponent in any battle. Species 8472 is a unique race of being that originate from a parallel dimension known as fluidic space. They were first encountered in 2373, when the Borg opened a quantum singularity into fluidic space and attempted to assimilate Species 8472 in order to gain access to their advanced biogenic technology. But Species 8472 proved immune to assimilation, and the Borg were consequently defeated and driven out of fluidic space. All of Species 8472 ships and stations are organic, living creatures, each genetically designed to fill a specific role. Their ships require only a single pilot to function, and their natural regenerative capabilities negate the need for repair. Furthermore, the alien nature of their technologies ensures that their ships and stations cannot be boarded or assimilated, and tractor beams have no effect on them. Here is the heart of Species 8472, the Mother. It is a large, slow-moving unit that possesses several biopulse beams, mainly for defensive purposes. There are two basic types of organisms created by the Mother: active and passive embryos. Select the Mother and use the Build button to create an active embryo. Once it's complete, press the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
Relocating.
The unit you just created is a hard-shelled organism that can eventually be transformed into a more active and mobile Species 8472 ship. The active embryo is capable of evolving into one of the following units: Scout, Destroyer, Cruiser, Launcher, or Collector. Select the active embryo and then click on the Evolve button. Click on the Scout button to have the active embryo evolve into a Scout. Once the transformation is complete, press the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
Evolving. Evolution is complete.
Species 8472 uses this class of organism as Scouts. These Scouts are fast, maneuverable, and possess excellent sensory abilities. They are equipped with a biopulse beam weapon and also have moderate regenerative capabilities. The Scout can be equipped with the Clairvoyance special weapon. This allows the Scout to probe the minds of crewmen aboard nearby vessels and see through their eyes for a limited duration. This special weapon is particularly effective during the early stages of exploration, as the Scout ship can map areas of space without having to venture there. It is also useful in determining the size of an attacking fleet before they reach your sensor range. Cloaked ships are immune to clairvoyance. Scouts can also be equipped with a device similar to a tachyon detection grid that allows them to detect cloaked ships within sensor range. Select the Scout and head north to the area marked on the mini-map. Stop next to the planet located there and activate the Clairvoyance special weapon. There are several Klingon ships in the vicinity, and Clairvoyance will enable you to briefly see through their sensors. Every time you use Clairvoyance, it consumes special energy, so you'll have to wait for your special energy to recharge before you can use it again. Once you have seen Clairvoyance in action, press the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
Acknowledged.
Create an active embryo and select the Destroyer from the Evolve menu. The Destroyer possesses light weaponry and armor. Though the Destroyer has less powerful regenerative capabilities than the other warships, it offers increased maneuverability and speed, and is armed with a biopulse beam. When equipped with the Clairvoyant Link special weapon, the Destroyer can create and maintain a psionic link on a target ship, tracking them through space and gathering information through their sensors. This weapon is only capable of tracking one ship at a time. The Clairvoyant Link can be especially effective when attempting to locate an enemy's starbase. One tactic is to damage an enemy ship and then use the link to track them back to their shipyard as they attempt to get repairs. Try the Clairvoyant Link on one of the Klingon ships near the planet. When finished, press the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
New organism is present. Evolution is complete.
Create an active embryo and select the cruiser from the Evolve menu. The cruiser is a mid-level assault organism equipped with a biopulse beam and is a formidable foe in combat. The cruiser can be equipped with the Psionic Disruption special weapon. This weapon renders its target incapable of any immediate action. Try out this weapon on one of the Klingon ships near the planet. When finished, press Enter to continue.
Evolving.
Create an active embryo and select the launcher from the Evolve menu. More heavily armored than the cruiser, this ship is armed with long-range organic artillery. The launcher provides long-range offensive capabilities to Species 8472. Bring your launcher over to the Klingon shipyard located to the south of the planet and attack it. When finished, press the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
Evolution is complete. Go. Evolution is complete.
Create an active embryo and select the Collector from the Evolve menu. With its Resource Extraction Beam, the Collector is able to gather resources by breaking down enemy ships and stations into their component parts. This process simultaneously damages its target and fills the Collector's hold with materials that can then be transported to the transmuter for conversion into biomatter. The Resource Extraction Beam can also be used to gather resources from planets, dilithium moons, and latinum clouds. Bring your Collector over to the Klingon sensor located to the south of the planet and use the Resource Extraction Beam to break it down. When finished, press the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
Also alles, wenn du Species 872 spielst, das ist anders, weil alles kann sich bewegen, alles lebt.
Ach so, also ist es doch die Station.
Die Station aber kann sich auch bewegen.
Navigating.
Okay, also kann man es ja verschieben, wenn man sagt, ach, das ist doof da.
I will comply. Impossible. Go. Changing location. Moving. Plotting course. Go. Changing location.
Oder kannst du auch richtig schnell die Karte
Relocating. We have confronted the enemy.
return to the mother and create a passive embryo. This unit is a softer, amoeba-like organism that can transform into a variety of station-like structures. The passive embryo is able to transform itself into the following units: mother, transmuter, enhancer, biogenesis core, metagenesis core, or fluidic gate. When finished, press the Enter key to advance to the next lesson. The function of the transmuter is to convert resources gathered by a collector into usable biomatter. The transmutation occurs after the collector has delivered its payload to the transmuter. Heavily armored and capable of quick regeneration, the transmuter is essential to the survival and growth of species 8472. Once the transformation of the passive embryo to the transmuter is complete, press the Enter key to advance to the next lesson. Create a passive embryo and select the Enhancer from the Evolve menu. This organism has been genetically designed to research new technology for species 8472. Once a new technology has been successfully researched, a pod will be visible on the Enhancer. These pods are capable of being individually targeted and destroyed, and if the Enhancer itself is destroyed, all of its pods are destroyed along with it. The Enhancer can research the following technologies: Clairvoyance and Tachyon Detection Grid for the Scout, Clairvoyant Link for the Destroyer, Psionic Disruption for the Cruiser, Psionic Insanity for the Battleship. Once you've created the Enhancer, press the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
New organism is present. Plotting course. Plotting course. Yes. Navigating. Changing location. Go. Relocating. Moving. Plotting course. Relocating. Navigating.
Es ist halt schön von diesem Spiel, dass die vielleicht gemerkt haben, oh, man deckt die Map viel zu lahm auf, das dauert 10 Jahre. Lass uns das schneller machen.
Changing location.
Das ist Warp Speed.
Navigating.
Ja.
Create a passive embryo and select Biogenesis Core from the Evolve menu. This organism is similar to the Enhancer, but provides a unique set of technologies available to only the Frigate and Behemoth. Once a new technology has been successfully researched, a pod will be visible on the Biogenesis Core. These pods are capable of being individually targeted and destroyed, and if the Biogenesis Core itself is destroyed, all of its pods are destroyed along with it. The following technologies can be researched at the Biogenesis Core: the Biopulse Conduit for the Frigate, and Nebula Generation, Nebula Flux, and Transient Rift for the Behemoth. Once the transformation of the passive embryo to the Biogenesis Core is complete, press the Enter key to advance to the next lesson. Create a passive embryo and select the Metagenesis core from the Evolve menu. Genetically engineered to improve the systems of species 8472 organisms, the Metagenesis core is equipped with excellent armor and regenerative power. There are 4 separate ship systems that can be researched and upgraded: biopulse beams, regeneration, sensors, and engines. Each system is capable of being upgraded to level 2 and then to level 3. As each system upgrade is researched, a new pod appears on the Metagenesis core. The pod functionality is similar to both the Enhancer and Biogenesis core, with the main difference being that only a single pod is created for each system upgrade. You can see what upgrades have been performed at a Metagenesis core by holding your mouse over a pod to see a description. Try researching some different ship upgrades. When finished, press the Enter key to advance to the next lesson. Create a passive embryo and select the fluidic gate from the Evolve menu. The fluidic gate is an immobile organism that allows species 8472 to gate in ships from fluidic space. It has no defensive capabilities and relies on others to defend it. Each time the fluidic gate is used, it consumes a specified amount of biomatter. The following ships can be gated in from fluidic space: Defender, Frigate, Behemoth, and Battleship. Once your fluidic gate is complete, press the Enter key to advance to the next lesson. Select the fluidic gate and click on the Build button. Now click on the Defender button. This will gate in a Defender from fluidic space. The Defender has no offensive weaponry, but is capable of creating sentinels and mines. The Sentinel is an organic mass that acts as a defensive emplacement and possesses a biopulse beam. When an enemy ship or station is in range of the Sentinel, it will open fire. The mine is a small organism that sits immobile in the area of space it was created in. When an enemy ship comes within its range, the mine moves at high speeds towards its target and explodes upon impact, causing significant damage. Select the Defender and use the Build icon to create a Sentinel and a mine. When finished, press the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
Changing location.
Was nämlich da, er ist spätestens auf 472. Man kann die Schiffe nicht erobern von denen.
Plotting course. Changing location. Evolution is complete. Navigating. Plotting course.
Das ist groß.
We have confronted the enemy. Evolution is complete. Creating.
Select the fluidic gate and click on the Build button. Now click on the Battleship button. This will gate in a battleship from fluidic space. This is the primary warship employed by Species 8472 and can be equipped with the Psionic Insanity special weapon. When fired at an enemy vessel, this weapon renders the crew of the target vessel unable to determine friend from foe and causes them to fire randomly at any ship within its range. Once the battleship appears, press the Enter key to advance to the next lesson. Select the fluidic gate and click on the Build button. Now, click on the Frigate button. This will gate in a frigate from fluidic space. Slightly larger than the battleship, the frigate is a specialized fleet defense organism. While not designed for lone offensive actions, the frigate comes equipped with a biopulse conduit and can help ensure victory in a closely pitched battle. The biopulse conduit special weapon functions in the following manner. When grouped with 4 to 8 operational battleships, the biopulse conduit becomes an effective superweapon. When the biopulse conduit special weapon is activated and a special weapon selected, the supporting battleships form a ring around and slightly behind the frigate. As each battleship fires its primary weapon at the aft of the frigate, the energy is redirected into an immensely powerful biopulse beam that is capable of destroying even the most powerful enemy ships. Try gating in 4 battleships and then grouping them with a frigate. Then travel to the planet and use the biopulse conduit on the Klingon shipyard located to the south of the planet. When finished, press the Enter key to advance to the next lesson.
Creating.
Select the fluidic gate and click on the Build button. Now click on the Behemoth button. This will gate in a behemoth from fluidic space. The behemoth is a gigantic vessel. Though slow to move and to regenerate, the behemoth is nonetheless a powerful threat to enemy fleets. The behemoth can be equipped with a devastating array of special weapons, including nebula generation. This allows the behemoth to create a unique fluidic nebula by excreting matter from pores that form a ring around the ship's body. It is a time-consuming process, but when complete, there will remain a diffuse mass of interstellar dust and gas. The nebula prevents other races from building within its boundaries and creates warp inhibitor fields that prevent ships from using warp. The generated nebula decays over time and will eventually dissipate. Nebula Flux. This special weapon may only be targeted at Metreon, radioactive, metaphasic, cerulean, and Mutara nebulas. Once a valid location has been selected, an organic projectile is launched into it and will explode at the location selected within the nebula. The resulting explosion will expand outwards from the target location and inflict damage on any ship or station caught within the nebula and explosion radius. Transient Rift. This allows a Behemoth-class vessel to travel to any point on the map by creating a temporary rift into fluidic space. 2 rifts are created when the weapon is used, one at the ship's origin and one at the destination point chosen. The ship automatically enters the rift surrounding it, passes through fluidic space, and then exits using the second, more distant rift. When selected, a powerful burst of energy encompasses the vessel and creates a small rift into fluidic space directly in front of it. Only the vessel that created the rift will be pulled into it and is able to re-enter the map at the point selected. To use this, select a Behemoth-class ship, click on the Transient Rift special weapon icon, and then select an area of the map, or mini-map. The 2 rifts will remain long enough for the ship to travel through and then disappear. Move your Behemoth to the planet and try out these new special weapons. When finished, press Enter.
Schon so lange mit Marco. Das waren nicht mal 45 Minuten. Doch. So, sagst du mal.
New organism is present.
Das Stream läuft seit 1 Stunde und
I
35
hear you.
Aber du hast vorher angemacht.
Minimal, ja. Also, nein, ich habe einmal, als das Spiel gestartet hast.
Changing location.
Ich drücke gleich auf den roten Knopf. Soll ich?
Ja.
Okay.
Nein, Papa.
Kill. We have confronted the enemy. Exterminate. Eliminate.
Congratulations. You now have enough knowledge of Species 8472's Armada to be a formidable opponent in any battle.
Okay, sehr cool.
So, jetzt warte. Was? Es gibt nur 3 Campaigns?
Vielleicht kommen die anderen noch.
Tschüss, ich mach den Stream aus. Tschüss.